Hi guys, hope you're well. Nick here at Track Digital. So welcome to the quick overview of the A to Z blueprint of Dubai off-plan lead generation, complete training guide from lead to close. So I wrote this document just to demonstrate one, our track record and what we've been doing, but also just to demonstrate what you guys need in order to generate leads and close deals in the Dubai market, as the title suggests. You will know it's a full comprehensive system that's required and an extensive process. It's not just about the front end lead generation. And today I'm going to show you what that process is. So you can either go away, apply it and get your teams to implement it, or you can choose us and see if we can help you do that too. Just very quickly, my name is Nick Highlands. I'm the CEO of Track Digital. In the past 3 years, I've closed nearly $5 million now in sales commission from off-plan property, over $120 million of off-plan property value sold. I've spent nearly $500,000 on real estate lead generation for off-plan projects across Dubai and the UK. Since July 2021, our ROAS, which is return on advertising spend, has been 4.9x. So that means a nearly 500% return on advertising spend in the past 3 years. So that's an incredibly solid track record in terms of, if you think that for every $10,000 we put in, we've got $50,000 out in the off-plan market. So that demonstrates we know how to generate leads and actually close the deals as well. Throughout that process, we've generated over 35 million impressions, and myself and my team have served over 150 clients over the past 10 years in a wide sector of industries. But now with Track Digital, we're focusing on real estate lead generation, and we want to help other companies scale up. So just a quick story about myself. You can see that on the left here. The objective of this document is just to deliver a comprehensive technical guide on how to generate leads. So just to give you the blueprint, okay? I mentioned here my first job was in Dubai in 2014 in off-plan real estate, but since then I've founded 2 real estate agencies myself. I've sold my Dubai one this year, but I do know the system exceptionally well. I know that agency owners, in terms of real estate owners, are pitched every day by freelancers with emails, with calls, offering their services, but very few of them, in my opinion, understand the process as well as me. How many of them have closed nearly $5 million in commission themselves from off-plan sales? Okay, nearly zero. I could almost guarantee that. So what I want to do is give you some of the insights and tricks here. If you watch to the end of the video as well, there is some free bonuses as well, so you can get those. So in terms of my understanding of the market, I was a Dubai real estate agency CEO, okay? I'm still a CEO of a UK company, but in terms of Dubai, I know the issues. So portal costs are expensive. Bayut and Property Finder, it's very rare they work for off-plan leads unless you generate or spend loads. Meta, it obviously gets a lot of volume, but the lead quality can be low. So job searchers, time wasters, etc. We want to improve our closing rates. We don't want to miss out on deals due to stock selling fast or us, not getting to market and generating leads quick enough. Competition is increasing. We haven't got enough leads to feed the sales team. The cost per lead is going up. Some companies are slow to react, and a lot of companies have poor email marketing, content marketing, social media, etc. So I could go on all day, but on the plus side, there's a lot of stock in Dubai. There's a lot of good quality development. You're getting huge international investor interest due to the tax status, government policy, government quality of life, security, safety, etc., etc. So the investors are there, the stock is there, the inventory is there. You've just got to connect the two and close the business, okay? But most aren't able to do that, quite frankly. I'm sure you'll agree, 70-80% of Dubai real estate agents are very low performing in terms of their staff, in terms of their marketing. Top 10%, don't get me wrong, they're probably some of the best in the world, but there's a lot on the table, and despite there being a lot of competition, most of the competition is irrelevant because they're so bad. So keep that in mind as well. So how do we fix it? So this is the answer, guys. This is the blueprint here on the left-hand side. So firstly, you need a full lead generation setup, okay? A full lead generation system. You need technical campaign setup, so someone who actually knows what they're doing to build out the campaigns in Meta and Google. You need good creatives, you need good copy, you need landing pages, you need lead magnets, which are ebooks, market reports, etc. You've got to do comprehensive A/B split testing. You've got to make sure your targeting is perfect, so using industry data, lookalike audiences, relevant interests, the right geographies in terms of locations. Your remarketing has got to be on point. You've got to re-engage visitors. You've got to add value. You've got to educate. You've got to take them through the process. And you've got to make sure your tracking and conversion is on point and making sure all of that fits together through effective IT and automation processes. Okay? So that's the lead generation side of it. The next process is once you get the lead, what are you doing to close that lead? Okay? I can tell you what most agencies do. They give it to their sales staff, they put in a few calls, and they send them a brochure on WhatsApp, and then they give up. Okay? It's not good enough. So the sales team needs to be best in class, and your content marketing at a brand level, as a company, also needs to be best in class. So you need a slick CRM system where you're getting reminders, tasks, follow-up. It's automated, the responses are instant, and it's all slick and streamlined. You need good sales training for your staff. Your staff have to be good. Okay, they have to know the products, know the marketplace, overcome objections, place urgency on people, have good developer relationships, put in a high volume of work, smash their KPIs, etc., etc. Pipeline management. So you need a clear process from start to finish so you can measure the quality of leads. Okay, so warm, hot, cold, qualified, unqualified, etc., etc. You need sales playbooks for your staff. So that goes back to what I was mentioning before. Give them a system to follow. Put it on a plate for them. You need customer feedback. So you've obviously got to get the reviews and social proof to boost your company's presence and brand online. You've got to give incentives. You've got to keep the sales team hungry, and you've got to give them a structure and KPIs as well. Hold regular sales meetings, and ultimately make sure that the guys are doing everything they can to close the lead. Because let me tell you something, and listen to this sentence. The quality of lead is determined by the quality of the salesperson on most occasions. Okay? What I mean by that is there are a certain segment of leads that come through 10-20% which are just shit. Okay? They're just rubbish, and no one could close them, the best salesperson in the world. But most of them are maybe investors. Okay? And what I mean by that is if you get the right product in front of them, you get the right person in front of them, and you get the right brand in front of them, they will invest, okay? There's a reason why thousands and thousands of deals are being done each month in the off-plan market, okay? It's because these bigger agencies and the bigger developers, they have brand presence, they have drilled sales teams, they have amazing content marketing, okay? There's a reason why they're buying. It's not just because it's a good building with a gym, okay? So keep that in mind, guys. Most of the leads that come through, the quality is determined by the quality of the sales agent and agency. And finally, content marketing. So most leads are not going to close instantly. Most leads you have to build rapport, trust, and develop a relationship with through promotional email marketing, WhatsApp blasts, social media content, webinars, podcasts, etc., etc. Now, so that's the system, guys, what I've just said there. So lead generation, sales team, content marketing, etc., etc. So you need to tick all these boxes. If you don't, you're not going to close deals at scales. So moving on to the next point, how exactly do we do it? So firstly, the audiences. In terms of targeting on these platforms like Meta, like Google, you have to make sure that your targeting is done correct. So using lookalike audiences, which is basically mimics or duplicates of your existing investor network, and Meta will show adverts to people that look or have the same quality and demographics as those that have already purchased from you, okay? So using market data, remarketing, lookalike audiences, targeting wealth, targeting the right locations, all of these you have to get right, and you do so by practice, by knowing how to target investors and making sure that your branding and your images align with what you're looking for. You have to be quick off the mark, especially in the Dubai market. You've got to be rapid. You've got to get to market almost the same day or within 48 hours, sometimes even quicker. So yeah, take that onto account as well. You've got to have a good database there. You've got to be hitting. Most of your deals will come from people already in your ecosystem. Okay? Listen to that, guys. Most deals will come from people already in your ecosystem. So it's really, really important that you're targeting and you're servicing that demographic. And also try to sell, obviously, for high ticket, high volume developers, ones that are well regarded in the marketplace. But do not neglect small to medium sized developers. one of the questions, I speak to CEOs in Dubai every day, guys. One of the questions I ask them is, who are you selling for? Who do you like to sell for? Nearly everyone says Damac and Emaar, okay? Damac and Emaar, you know, because they're well trusted and they deliver. Okay, fine, but that's hyper competitive. So what about the likes of small to medium-sized developers where they've done a few projects, they've got a good track record, you trust them, you have a more personalised relationship, they're less margin-driven, so they'll be less brutal than you know how Emaar may handle their agents, and there's less competition, so keep that on board as well. Technical setup, I won't go through all this now, but when we're building out the back-end lead generation system, this is all the stuff we take into account. So audience targeting, custom audiences, lookalikes, ad creatives, ad copy, account structure. We can use lead ad forms. We've got to make sure the tracking's right. We've got to make sure we're chopping and changing budget. We've got to do robust tests, and we've got to make sure we're measuring everything correctly. Okay? Sales optimization, I don't need to tell you this, guys, but make sure you or your sales manager are ticking off these boxes. So automated lead collection, allocation must be rapid in terms of dishing out the leads to your staff. Response times from the staff must be quick, and I mean within seconds, ideally. Script, they've got to have a structure and a sales process to follow. No, they don't have to do it word by word, but especially if you're hiring young, new talent, it has to be systemized. Qualify, you have to obviously go through the process of qualifying the prospects sufficiently, open-ended questions, playing on their emotions, understanding them, their objectives, and matching that with suitable products and services. Advise, consult, sell, be an expert, be a consultant, don't be a boiler room, sales person. Product knowledge, no excuse for not having best-in-class knowledge, location knowledge, technical knowledge, regulation, compliance knowledge, okay? That's all down to work. It's not down to marketing, market conditions, anything like that. Your sales team have to be knowledgeable. Urgency, so relay the urgency of investments to your clients, but don't do it in a way that's amateur, like, the units are selling like hotcakes, or we've just had an investor buy loads. So think about how you do that. One of the ways where we do it is explain the market conditions. So give them reputable market data from the likes of Knight Frank, Savills, CBRE, etc., etc. Show them the pace and the momentum of the Dubai market. Show them what previous investors purchased for and how much they've made in certain time frames. Show case studies, social proof, okay? So that's how you can put urgency on people and say, look, do it now, because if you wait another 3 months, 6 months, this is what you're going to be looking at based on this data, based on this evidence. That's way more powerful in comparison to saying, we've just sold 5 units, hurry up, there's only one left with that view, okay? So think about how your guys are putting urgency on them and commitment. Obviously that's, getting commitment either for the next call or for closing the business. Mastering objections, so there's no excuse. All the sales guys should know the top 5 to 10 objections they're going to get, because you just get the same ones. Sorry, I don't want off plan because I want to get income now. Sorry, I don't want off plan because it's too risky. What happens if the developer goes bust? I've heard there's loads of delays in the Dubai marketplace, etc., etc. Okay, so there's going to be always the same 5 to 10 ones. So make sure your team have written, calculated responses to them. Don't let them freewheel it or make it up as they go along. Multi-channel approach, super important. Hit them on every channel. Zoom meetings, calls, WhatsApps, emails, SMS, LinkedIn connections, general social content. Okay, they've got to be seeing you everywhere. Templates ready. Give your staff sales templates. A lot of agencies in Dubai neglect emails, which is incredibly stupid, because a lot of international buyers use emails more than WhatsApp in terms of when they're actually making a decision. Okay, I'm not talking about how often they check it or what the open rates are. I'm talking about when an investor makes a high value investment decision. Normally they sit down at their laptop or at their desktop and they read out through the brochure, look at the floor plans, look at the financial illustration, do their due diligence, do their market research, okay? They don't do it when they're on the phone, traveling somewhere or in between meetings, okay? So WhatsApp's a great way to engage people, get them hooked, get them interested, send them information quick, but normally they're going to sit down and make the decision when they're at their desktop or when they're in a meeting, okay? So if you can give them exceptionally professional, well thought out templates where when that investor does sit down to make the decision, it's all written there in black and white for them and there's no guesswork, then that's going to be very, very advantageous. Follow up, it's got to be absolutely relentless okay? And it's got to be ethical. Most salespeople give up way too early and they don't follow up in the right way. Most people say, oh, I'm just following up to see if you had a chance to look at this. Do you want to go ahead? No, that's not good enough. You've got to follow up and you've got to give value. Okay, Mr. Smith, I know you're reviewing this development. Just in the meantime, I wanted to let you know that this is the latest market news that's come out. Here's the Property Monitor report for this month. Turn to page 7, where you can see the effect of rental yields and supply in the off-plan market. The top biggest 3 communities are JVC, Dubai Marina and Meydan, so consider that as well and have a look through. Any questions, let me know. If you did want to move forward with project blah, 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 then I'm here to assist. Okay, that's very different than the one-liner, oh, hey, did you manage to look at the brochure and have you made a decision on WhatsApp? Okay, so make sure you think about how you do it. Soft and hard close, so testing them through the process, asking them, getting yeses, figuring out as you go along, where are their objections, where are their concerns? Are they more concerned with the cash flow? Or are they more concerned with oversupply in the market? Do they want appreciation? Is it a more lifestyle purchase? So as you're presenting options and going through the motions with them, test them, ask them, listen more than you speak. So that's super, super important. And then key performance indicators. So no agency is too big or too small to have KPIs. Even if a CEO was doing sales, you've got to have KPIs. You've got to hold yourself and your teams accountable. And you can see, guys, but even by what I've just mentioned here on the marketing, the technical setup and the sales process, imagine if you did all of this, where you would be different to where you could be. Take that into account, because most don't. Post-inquiry content marketing, so this is more for the CEO and the agency or marketing owners to consider. So drip email campaigns, so automated email campaigns to clients once they've inquired. Email or WhatsApp blasts, so that's more promotional newsletters, market updates. Social media content, very, very important to post social media content, guys. The reason is when you start running adverts and start running campaigns, the first thing they'll do is look at your profile. So even though you don't want to go hard on organic content, we call it, you've got to make sure you have content there. So when investors look at it, after they've seen your advert on the paid side, they will think, oh, this guy's in the market. This team is on the ball. They're posting content frequently. They're true experts. Okay, that's super, super important. Professional website. You would not believe how many terrible websites that agencies have. And you're asking someone to spend, $500,000 and you haven't even got a presentable website, or it looks like it's from the 1990s. This is basic stuff. And as CEOs, most people should know it. Okay, so you've got to make sure you have a good website. If you don't have one, spend a bit of money and get one. Okay, the minute you do one deal from having a good website, your ROI of that investment is paid 10 times over. So keep that in mind as well. And social review profile. So Trustpilot, Google My Business. Social proof is everything, guys. It's really, really important. So you've got to have that in place. How do we ensure quality on Meta? So this is what every agency owner wants to know. Normally they say, oh, we've used an agency before. We don't want to run ads on Meta because the quality's crap. Well, it's rubbish because of, I guarantee I could pinpoint you where you went wrong. Okay? So a checklist for you is the following. Make sure your creatives are right. Make sure it's clear with investment terms and language that's going to attract your investor, like off-plan, ROI, appreciation, etc., etc. Ideally, try and make it about a specific project where there's some level of urgency. Make sure your copy is on point. Make sure your targeting's done well. Make sure you're utilizing existing data, lookalikes. Using lead magnets is very important as well. So off-plan investment guides that are targeting the type of buyer you want. Remarketing is massive. As I said, most of your deals come from people already in your system, whether you know it or not. They probably already come across you, already engaged, already clicked, or already inquired with you. They're the people that we want to target with remarketing because they are the hottest ones, okay? And you can add a lot of variety and add value and position yourself as an expert. Automation, make sure your automation's in place. That's super important because the quality of lead can be affected if the salesperson is not following up quick enough. So I see a lot of people, I work with companies even, that don't follow up quick enough. I speak to some agency owners, and if the lead is not spoken to within 10 minutes, it's reallocated. I don't mean spoken to, I mean attempted to call. Okay? So you've got to be within seconds, within 1-2 minutes on the phone to them. Oh, hi, Mr. Investor. It's Nick here from XYZ Real Estate. Got your inquiry through regarding the project in Meydan. Really happy to speak with you. Do you remember that one? It came through just now. Yes, no. Okay, perfect. Just had a quick question for you. I wanted to understand what you might be looking for because we do have a number of options, including some brand new launches with the Emaar with up to 10% ROI. So do you have a clear idea of what you're looking for at the moment? Okay. If you get a lead from Meta and you're calling them and going through that script within 2 minutes of them inquiring, I guarantee you your lead quality will appear higher and your conversion rate will improve. So keep that in mind, guys, and automations will enable you to do that and to be that quick. And then finally, templates, okay? So again, the reason why I mentioned templates is because people respond to the value that they're given, okay? So long gone are the days where people will inquire, you can call them up and get them on the phone straight away, which is how most salespeople think, which is incredibly stupid. A lot of the times you have to show who you are, add value, educate, advise, show you've got something that's worth having before they're going to speak to you, okay? So when people say, oh, we don't send them emails, we try and get them on the phone, well, that's great, but if you send them emails, you're probably 2x the amount of people that you'll speak to, because they would have seen your email, understood you, you would have come across professional, so they're more likely to engage and be personal and, get on with you, basically. So keep that in mind, guys. But fundamentally, if you do all those things, as you can see, it's not just the technical setup, it's the handling of the lead that's just important as well. But if you do all those things, the meta quality will be good. So I hope that gives you a good understanding, guys. As I say, the idea of this is not to give you the full technical back-end tips and pointers, because quite frankly, you're not paid media managers. Either you're a paid media manager, marketing manager, freelancer, agency will do that for you, or we can do it for you as well. But what I did want to do is demonstrate that you need the full system, okay? And we're a company that can help you implement that full system. So we run Meta campaigns, we run Google ad campaigns, we run TikTok ad campaigns, and we do provide consultancy around sales processes, IT, automation, email marketing, and everything in between. Our core business, though, is generating leads for the Dubai real estate market. So if you are interested in running off-plan Meta leads generation campaigns or Google campaigns or TikTok campaigns, then speak to us, okay? The first stage will be to have a conversation with Dave, who's a digital marketing consultant here. He'll ask you a couple of questions about your current setup, what's happening at the moment, how you're getting on with stuff, what do you want to improve, and we'll really discover if we can help you and if you want to potentially work with us. After that, we'll send you a detailed proposal with a video breakdown of what we would do, how we would do it, and how we would ultimately go about that. And then if if you like everything in theory, then you would be speaking to myself and Travis. We work directly one-on-one on our clients' accounts, okay? So it's not fobbed off to anyone else. As I say, me and Travis have been doing this for a decade. I've run, scaled, and sold multiple real estate agencies, and we're well versed to identify, build, and scale up key opportunities and lead generation systems for real estate agencies in Dubai. So if that's of interest to you, reach out to Dave, book a consultation call. That would take 5-10 minutes. We'll then send you a proposal in more detail, and then if that's of interest to you, we'll jump on a call with me and Travis and we can build a strategy and get started. But thanks for your time, guys. Any questions? If you want to speak to me directly, just email info@trackdigital.online. And before I wrap it up, the free bonus that I'll give to any clients that sign up with us is access to DubaiRealEstateCourse.com. So I've actually built out a broker course, which is 40 video modules and PDF documents, including free bonus guides, which takes us through the Dubai property market and really educates brokers and investors of the marketplace and what to look for when investing. So if you visit DubaiRealEstateCourse.com, you can get that and get access to that. And you will also, if you visit DubaiRealEstateCourse.com, you'll get the free preview. So you can get 2 modules on there for free, which is the bonus for watching this video. So just type in DubaiRealEstateCourse.com. You can go to our YouTube, or you can YouTube us and you can watch the course there. But to be clear, guys, that's for brokers, okay, working in the marketplace. This video today was more about the lead generation system and process of actually closing deals. So thanks for your time, guys. I'll speak to you soon. That's Nick at Track Digital.